Okay. Of course, if you don't want to save in bin, you also can save in C. Okay. But you need to change your class part. But that one I don't want to show you now because otherwise I will confuse you. Okay. At the moment, just remember the Java file. When you save, make sure the file of the name follows your name of the class. So student, class name is student. So you save as student.java. Then you save in bin directory. Bin stands for binary, bin directory under your JDK, not JRE, JDK. Okay. Okay. Now I give you 10 minutes. Okay. Declare array for 30 students. After that, declare and set counter pass and counter fail to 0. Then this process once, this will be executed once, but this whole thing will be repeated 30 times. So for each of this repetition, you will read the marks. It will capture the input one by one, and then you will assign it to the array, and then you need to determine whether the marks is above 50 or less than 50. If it is equal or more than 50, you need to add 1 to counter pass, otherwise you add 1 to the counter fail. After that, you need to display the outputs. Okay, why I use array? 30 students. If 30 students, I can declare 30 variables, right? Like this. Because we have 30 students. Okay, if you have 30 students, I can declare int student 1, right, student 2, until student 30. But is it practical? It's not practical, okay? But if you have 2 or 3 students, you can do this. Student 1, int student 1 and student 2. We assume the marks is integer, okay? Marks can be double also, okay? But in this case, we assume the marks is integer. But when you do your program, if you want to make it double, it's okay, no problem. But you can make it string. String is characters, right? Marks cannot be the form of characters. Okay, so if you have 2 students, it's okay. Student 1 and student 2. But if you have many students, you cannot do like this. It's not practical. That's why you need to use array. What is array? Array means you declare one variable, but that variable can keep the information of many information, okay, or many data. For example, if you use array for student, let's say this is array student, you declare once, but this variable, this array, can keep record for many students. You declare once. Like this, you need to declare many times. Not so practical. So that's why I use array. I don't use this approach. Okay, so the question is, how you can declare array for 30 students? Okay, I show you. Okay, in order to declare, okay, so I delete this whole thing. Okay, how to declare? Okay, we assume the marks is integer. Okay. Okay, int, open subscript, close subscript, student. Sorry. Then you put new int in bracket 30. Okay, so this is the correct way. In C, it be different, because in C you don't have new. Okay, don't worry about new statement. Don't worry about that. Just at the moment, what you need to know, if you want to declare array for 50 students or for 30 students, this is the syntax. int open close subscript student. This is the variable name equals to new int 30. 30 because we have 30 students. int because this is integer, must be same, and we assume the marks is integer. But if you think the marks is double, just put here double. Okay. Okay. So it means with this one variable, you can keep data for 30 students. Okay, if we have 200 students, just change 30 to 200. Okay, I think there are three ways to declare arrays in Java. Okay, this is one of the ways. Okay, there are other ways also, as explained in the module. You can refer to the module. Okay, because here the number of students known in advance. So if known in advance, you use this declaration. If not known in advance, there are ways to handle the problem. That one you can refer in which topic? Topic 4. Array is from topic 4. Okay, so far any question? No, Okay, next one. Declare and set counter pass and counter fail. Okay, what's the purpose of counter pass and counter fail? Why we have counter pass and counter fail? To keep track how many pass, how many fail. Right. And why I need to make it initial value to 0? Because initially is 0, right? Because if you don't put 0 here, because the good way to write a program, whenever you write a program, whenever you declare a variable, you need to assign the initial value. Okay? But understand, you need to assign initial value. Otherwise the compiler will take any numbers. Then you will have wrong output. Okay? So how you can convert this into correct syntax? Okay, number of counter pass and counter fail. Integer or double? Integer or double? Double? Because number of students who passed, number of students fail. Integer or double? Integer, right? You have 3 students pass, you have 6 students fail. You cannot have 3.3 students fail. You cannot have 4.3 students pass. You cannot double. Okay, it need to be integer.
So what happens if we put double?
Double. You can put double, but when you want to get the output, then you will have some problem. Okay, you can put double because let's say if you put double, okay, double counter pass and you have double counter fail equals to 0, then you add 1, means all the while the number is 0, 1, 2. There is no points. Okay, there's no points. Then it should be okay, even though you put double. But once you have points, the output is not correct, right? Because you can have 3.3. Okay, even though you can put double, but that doesn't look practical. Okay, you need to put integer. Okay, so I put int counter pass equals to 0, comma, you have counter fail equals to 0, because at this moment it is unknown how many pass and how many fail, so you put 0. Okay, sometimes you want to make it in 2 different lines. You also can put like this, also can, no problem. Okay, so but why you want to waste your time? Because since both are integer, you can make it in 1 line. Okay, so instead of putting it in 2 different lines, just take out integer here, just push it to the previous line, but this one change to comma. Okay, always remember, as in C, all the statements should be ends with semicolon. Okay. Okay, now how about the next line? Repeat 30 times. How to repeat? Yes, 4. Hold on. Okay. Okay, earlier I told you you can use 1, you can use 4. The best is 4. Okay, so repeat 30 times. It is same like in C. 4, open bracket, you put int. Okay, let's say you want to put what? Okay, I equals to? No, equals to 0. Then you put I less than, how many students you have? 30. Then I plus plus. That's it. Okay, anyone having problem to understand this? Okay, this is a syntax to write for loop. Okay, if you see here, okay, why I put, okay, this one you can put anything. It can be R, it can be A, it can be anything. Okay, same like C. Okay, why I put 0? Can you start with 1? Can or cannot? Cannot. Why? Array start with 0. Right. Because you want to capture the marks for student, right? And it's all these are being kept in array. So array start with 0. So the first student is student 0. That's why you have to start with 0. That's, okay, when you start with 0, the first student is 0. The last student is 29. That's why I don't put equal here. Right. 30 means it won't process 30. It only process 29. 0 to 29 is how many students? 30. Or if you think this is confusing, you can do like this. Another way, equal 29. This is also can. 0 to 29. Inclusive of 29 because I put equal. So 0 to 29 is 30. Okay. Why I plus plus? Because after 0, you need to go to the second student. Second student is 1. After that, 2, 3. You need to update once. So, I mean, you need to add 1 for every repetition. Okay, okay. There's one difference between C and Java. In C, you cannot put int here. Cannot. It needs to be declared outside. But in Java, you can put int here. No problem. Okay, that's the only difference. But the rest are the same. Okay, so first student is 0. Because in array Java, in array, same like C, the first element must start with 0, 29, because the last student is 29. And for each repetition, you need to move to the next student. 0, 1, 2, 3. So you need to add 1 for each repetition. Okay, any question on this? Open here, then I close here. Right. These two for the main and class. This one for the for loop here. Okay, read the marks and assign it to the appropriate array index. Okay, in C, if you want to read input or if you want to capture input from the user, you use what? Scanf. Printf to display your message. Printf, enter your marks. Scanf, what you have? You have that percentage D and so on. But in Java, okay, you can use scanner class. In Java, it's not straightforward. But in JDK, I think JDK 5 and onwards, including JDK 6, they have simplified the whole process by introducing scanner. Okay, so how to use scanner? Okay, if you want to use scanner, okay, before the loop, you put here, you type here scanner input equals to new scanner, open bracket, then you put system in. That's it. Close bracket. But just bear in mind, if you are using Java 1.4, anything below, you cannot use scanner. But if you are using JDK 5 and onwards, including JDK 6, which you are using, you can use scanner. Okay, because scanner was introduced from JDK 5. Okay, let's see if you are using JDK 1.4. You cannot use scanner. What you can use? In topic 4, it was mentioned. You can use class pembaca. Because before JDK 5, in order for you to capture input from the user, you need to write the code. The code is quite long and very confusing. So if you are still new for Java, then it's very difficult for you to understand. So because you need to write buffer reader, and something. I think it will take 3 or 4 lines, which is very difficult to understand. But what we did at OUM, we created our own library and we call it class pembaca. Okay, pembaca class. Okay, it was mentioned in your topic 4. But since after JDK 5 and onwards, Sun Microsystem has introduced they have simplified the codes, okay, to capture input by having this scanner. So we no need to use scanner, no need to use pembaca, we can use scanner. But if you want to use pembaca, no problem. Because pembaca class, which is mentioned in topic 4, can be used in any version of Java. Okay? But if you want to use scanner from Sun microsystem, it is only from JDK 5 and onwards. Okay? It's up to you whether you want to use class pembaca or scanner. But for our discussion, we were going to use scanner. Okay? Because this is very straightforward. Okay? But the problem is that you need to memorize this. Another thing, if you want to use scanner, you need to put import